Is your co-main event of the evening.
Boom.
It is for the Battle Arena British Welterweight title.
There we go.
Introducing first into the cage, into the red corner, Karl Wareham.
Karl Wareham, 93% of the votes on Tapology think Karl Wareham's going to take this fight. Fighting out of K1, fighting with those training partners. He's got Paul Taylor, he's got Paul Sass, he's got Terry Etim, and he is training with some of the top UK guys every day, getting ready for this Battle Arena title fight.
Yeah, some people need no introductions, do they? And Team K-Bomb definitely doesn't. They've made their mark on the world stage, and they've got a whole crop of young and up-and-coming fighters ready to take the torch and pass it on to a new generation. And he's looking stacked right now, this Karl Wareham.
Karl Wareham's a very squat fighter, very powerful, very athletic, and he really deserves this title fight on the Battle Arena. And it's testament to Battle Arena that the gyms like Team K1, the UFC veterans bring their guys here, bring their up-and-comers here to get experience. This is the standard of quality we have here at Battle Arena MMA. I'm so excited for this fight.
77 kilos. This is going to be awesome. Welterweight fights, a short powerhouse kind of like Karl Wareham.
It's very easy.
Dynamite in both hands.
It's very easy to look at Karl Wareham, look at his gym, look at training partners, and think he's going to walk through anyone. But Ben Dennis of Tackle Snap, he's a monster. He
not be discounted.
And his opponent into the blue corner, Benjamin Dennis.
JP Musson helping him get ready for this fight. You're going to see some fireworks, and he has been performing so high, to such a high level on this show.
Yeah, there's going to be a real clash of styles here, a real clash of physiques. We'll see what can happen here between Karl Wareham and Ben Dennis. Ben Dennis looking very loose, very ready to go, very relaxed.
Ben Dennis always ready to fight. A guy that's always looking fit, regularly fighting on the show.
We got to give a big shout out right now to our viewers on GFI.
That's Go Fight Live. Go Fight Live.
Go Fight Live. Yeah.
This is where you can watch live stream of the Battle Arena pay-per-view. Tell your friends, have a Battle Arena viewing party. Get on Go Fight Live.
Yeah, every one of these events, if you just can't come in person, it'd be great for you to order these in. And also add us on Facebook, Battle Arena on Facebook. You can check us out on Instagram and Twitter, #BattleArena38.
77 kilograms. This is for the Battle Arena British Welterweight title.
Somebody's going home with a new belt.
4-minute rounds. Introducing first from the red corner, weighing in at 77.2 kilograms, fighting out of Team K1, Karl Wareham. And his opponent fights out of the blue corner, weighing in at 76 kilograms, fighting out of Tap or Snap, Benjamin Dennis.
This fight is brought to you by Viking Warrior Nutrition.co.uk, sponsors of Battle Arena. The best place for all your merchandise,
in charge, Mr.
nutrition
Paul
equipment,
Nichols.
shorts, gloves. They are the gloves you see the guys wearing. They are from Viking Warrior Nutrition.
Why eat like a man when you can eat like a Viking?
And if you'd like to hear post-fight analysis of the whole show, check out the Slaphead and Giraffe podcast.
I like that podcast, actually.
It's very popular. We're getting
Brush my teeth to it.
we're about 30,000 downloads now.
Lovely.
This is going to be a huge fight. We're expecting some action.
There we go. Very interesting. We got Ben Dennis coming out with a southpaw stance.
Oh,
Karl Wareham comes charging forward with big right hands.
Karl wanted just to throw some power there.
He's getting heavy on the head there.
Let's see if Benjamin maybe a little bit more experienced. We'll see if he just weathers this storm, stays calm, and then manages to push back himself.
Definitely a frantic pace here.
There's the belt on the line. Oh, Thumb shield's fallen out. Will the referee put him in the same position? Because he was leaning on him with an underhook, but they decided to go back to the middle. Both fighters showing respect for each other. Oh, he's caught the kick. Oh, and he counters with a straight left
hand.
Wow, both guys swinging at each other. Desperate for that Battle Arena title.
As Wareham's got the lock below the legs. Can he bring his hands together and can he get the double?
Crowd is
Ben Dennis.
Whoa, amazing takedown. Crowd really appreciating that takedown.
Sneaks in a cheeky knee there.
Ben Dennis to see his ground game from the bottom. Needs to try and get on his side, see if he can get some guard. Or use that cage to get to his feet.
Move away from the side of the cage. Thank you.
The crowd is getting very, very excited. Oh, Ben Dennis back to his feet. Oh, but chucked straight back down again. Karl Wareham putting pressure. Karl Wareham, that short squat frame just means he can constantly drive into him.
He's got a half Nelson there that he's using to control the posture of Ben Dennis, and now he drops down for another double leg and is able to pick the ankle.
Oh, Ben Dennis grabs the ankle, reverses position. A fantastic transition from Ben Dennis. This is a very close fight. Both guys getting position, both guys landing punches. This is what you expect from your Battle Arena co-main event of the evening.
Calls for Ben Dennis to just relax there while he's in top position. A frantic and frenetic pace there. And Ben Dennis really sinking into that to that side control. And now he's looking to do some serious damage there. Rocks a little knee into the body of Karl Wareham, who you've got to wonder, has he blown himself out with that 30-second barrage that was a real sprint there? It's going to be very dangerous for him to have spent all that energy with such a big hulking frame.
And Ben Dennis has had a lot of fights on Battle Arena. He's got experience and he's showing that now with his patient control. But Karl has got back to his knees. He's trying to get back to his feet. He wants to reverse his position. It's been a very...
He's got the elbow caught. Ben Dennis firing knees into the side.
Who will take that much coveted Battle Arena welterweight title?
I always thought welterweight sounds much better than lightweight, so good luck to these two gentlemen. And it looks like Ben Dennis is getting the better of Karl Wareham right now at the midpoint of this first round.
Oh, but Karl
just powering up there, does Karl Wareham.
Karl back to his feet. Oh, and he's wrapped around for that guillotine, but he elected to go to the knees instead. Both guys throwing huge punches at each other. Oh, his gum shield is hanging out of his mouth. Oh, he dropped his gum shield. It was just, he got caught and his gum shield fell out there.
Yeah, it was definitely hanging out there before the barrage even started. Well, they're going to take a point away if the next time it drops out, so Ben Dennis better bite down hard on that mouthpiece, which is I think what he wanted to do anyway. Bite down and just start throwing. Good kick that comes through in the middle, pushes off, looks to get some more distance. It's Ben Dennis, and now he's kicking the leg. He's looking a little bit more cerebral now, a little bit more like a surgeon there.
Picking his shots, and the Team K-Bon fighter, Karl Wareham, is just looking a little bit gassed now. Maybe not as fresh as Ben.
Excellent kicks there from Ben Dennis. Those are going to pay dividends if this gets out of the first round, which is looking like it's going to.
I think anything could happen in this. Our co-main event of the evening.
Nice kick there.
Oh, pushing side kick to the body. Very unusual technique.
You've got Karl Wareham really in the face of Ben Dennis right now.
Oh,
the end of the first round.
Great round. So, I think the Team K-Bon fighter, Karl Wareham came out, and I think he was winning the first few exchanges and that, and then he got a takedown. But Ben Dennis definitely won the latter half of that round, and maybe just due to a little bit of fitness and slightly better cardio. And now we're going to see who really wants that belt.
Just came out with a frantic pace, did Karl Wareham there. I think the big lights, the excitement, the idea of fighting for a title might have overwhelmed him there in the first 30 seconds, minute. And he came out all guns blazing, looking for the quick finish. But Ben Dennis knew better and knew that he'd have to weather a storm and settle when he's on top. So it's going to be interesting to see if Karl Wareham can make those adjustments right now, settle on top, get top position, and possibly grind out a strong performance here for the rest of this fight.
I think the referee has become a little bit frustrated with the amount of crowd from the gym that's decided to raid there. This is actually working against Ben Dennis because the whole crowd is refusing to step away from the cage, and it's making it very difficult.
Ladies and gentlemen, please
Paul Taylor's gone over to tell him off.
Move away from the side of the
Paul
cage.
Taylor is not someone you want to disagree with.
The show will be cancelled. If you want the show to carry on, please take your seats.
This is very exciting. It is tense. This is the thing. It's very exciting. They're fighting for that belt. They're fighting for the kudos. They're fighting for the reputation. The crowd wants to, they feel like they want to get involved. Tempers are flaring. You've got two teams on the opposite side of the cage, both cheering for their man. But I think this is I'm not saying it's a strategy, but Karl Wareham was definitely the more tired fighter, and it's his crowd, it would appear, that slowed down this gap between rounds.
Please take your seats, otherwise the power will be cut off. Please take your seats. Respect the fighters, respect the show.
Well, just getting a little bit later on in the evening.
There's a little bit of tenseness in the crowd. Hopefully we can just get everyone taking their seats so we can see round 2 of this exciting title fight.
Here we go.
I want to see who's going to take it.
Ben Dennis, tap or snap. Karl Wareham, K-Bon. Oh, and Ben Dennis really rocking those kicks in there into the body and into the legs of Karl Wareham. Karl Wareham standing on the outside looking for his entrance in. Can he make that little adjustment to get close to land his own shots?
Ben Dennis is looking very composed. He's got really good footwork. He's controlling the middle of the cage, but Karl Wareham just shakes his head at that kick. No respect for the power of Ben Dennis.
Well, whether that hurt or not, his head definitely said those leg kicks are hurting though. Look at it, he's got the black and blue going there in the leg. Ben Dennis wants to finish this fight. He's just got to lay down a few more of them.
We're doing really well. I'd like to see Ben Dennis just keep working that. Oh, that leg kick is really...
That knee is black and blue.
This is a great strategy.
Karl Wareham.
Maybe see Karl Wareham switch stance, do something to take the attention from getting kicked in that left leg. Karl Wareham wisely now maybe trying to take the fight to the ground. It's not working. Ben Dennis knows he's winning these stand-up exchanges. That's his experience. He's a veteran. He knows that Karl Wareham's slowing down. He knows that he can't take more of those leg kicks. And that's the experience of being in here many times.
Oh, spinning back fist.
Beautiful.
Excellent.
And Karl Wareham shakes it off, but I think that one rocked him and he's getting a little bit desperate.
Just throwing those big right hands and really setting them up and telegraphing those punches.
I think Ben Dennis is going to have a huge career, no matter the result of this fight, going pro, because he's so composed. Just picks his shots, moves well. But Karl Wareham wants to get this fight to the mat. He's struggling on the feet, so he's trying to change his approach. I think.
So a little hit to the groin there, inadvertent nut shot. We got a little pause in the action now.
Once again,
Dennis gets to.
This possibly goes in the favour of Karl Wareham because he's the more tired fighter. I'm 100% sure he did it on purpose, but Karl Wareham is definitely breathing very heavily.
His legs, whether he's going to be able to step heavy on that leg in the third round, that's going to be a big question here. Ben Dennis looked to wrap some more kicks in. Really good.
He's got some monstrous leg kicks, Ben Dennis. Really impressive. Great striking. Karl Wareham's pushing him back
taking
against
all
the cage.
the power off of Karl Wareham's punches. Even his takedown there. See, as he's trying to walk in with no power, it's going to be very difficult for him to get a takedown from there if he cannot get his composure. You can see step heavy on that lead leg.
Karl Wareham's left leg is a completely different colour to his right leg. It's going black and blue. Really not very comfortable right now. But he's doing well at the moment. He's pressing up against the cage. He's landing some knees to the inside of Ben Dennis's leg. And Ben Dennis is throwing a bit of ground and pound. I want to see him try and separate, which I think is what he's trying to do now, and get back to that striking, get back to kicking that lead leg.
Yes, this is a 4-minute round, so it is long. And whether these gentlemen can look for the finish or not, that's the big question. Especially when it comes to Karl Wareham, because as this fight wears on, it's favoring Ben Dennis more and more.
He does seem to have a slightly bigger gas tank, but Karl Wareham with a foot stomp, trying to loosen up those legs, trying to work this takedown, but he's really struggling to finish his takedowns now against the fresher fighter in Ben Dennis.
It's very hard to make this happen right now.
I think
Ben Dennis seems to be almost just happy to get back against the cage and let Karl Wareham wear himself out trying to get this takedown. He's reaching over for kind of a Kimura attack there.
Transition between the grappling and the striking. Let's see. It's the last few seconds around. Let's see Ben Dennis throw a few heavy shots. Kicks that leg again.
Every time those kicks are just going into the knee there, and it's black and blue right now. It's almost going purple. End of the second round. And just a dominant performance there from Ben Dennis with the leg kicks.
And,
seeing Karl Wareham really difficult to stand on that leg right now.
We're seeing tap or snap MMA. We saw JP Musson, great fighter, fighting early on, representing tap or snap. Now we're seeing Ben Dennis. Tap or snaps. Coach got the Battle Arena Coach of the Year award as well. He's got great cornering. He's looking confident, and he's still looking fit. He's breathing, but looking fit, as opposed to the other corner where I'm sure Karl Wareham's getting some great advice there from Paul Taylor, the UFC veteran, but he's definitely looking a little bit more winded, and that left leg is definitely looking a bit blue.
Gents, this is the last round. Please keep in your seats. Show the fighters some respect. Keep in your seats. Thank you.
We're going to see. This is the round. This is to show who wants that much coveted Battle Arena belt more. Who wants that big step into the pros? Who wants the kudos? Who wants the respect?
Wareham showing all sorts of heart right now, stepping in that fight. Stepping on that leg. Very, very injured. And he throws a leg kick of his own there. Might be too little too late, though, to wear down Dennis.
Every time Ben throws that left hand, it's pretty much landing, but he's not throwing it that often. He's trying to set up some kicks, and the kicks are effective, but a lot of the body kicks are not working. And maybe an accidental knee to the head, but I don't think it did any damage, so continue on. Let's see Ben Dennis throw that left hand a little bit more. This is so exciting, this last round. This is it.
High with that rear kick. Ben Dennis's southpaw stance is really working for him. I'd like to see him throw that straight left a little bit more.
We will have a Battle Arena welterweight champion
in just moments.
Oh,
back and forth as this fight had been.
Oh,
Karl
Ben
Wareham.
Dennis going for the spinning attacks. It was an accidental elbow, I think.
More of a forearm, just stepping in was Karl Wareham there.
I want to see Karl Wareham. He probably knows that he's not winning this fight, so I'd like to see him just throw some big bombs.
The kitchen sink.
Try and get a finish. Instead, he's shooting for a takedown, and it hasn't been successful for him. I'd like to see him maybe throwing some big right hands. He's looking for it now. Push Ben Dennis back and throw some counters after, but Ben Dennis is doing such a good job circling away from that power right hand. He's always circling to his right, away from the power, and then throwing some straight lefts with it.
You see Karl Wareham there again, backing him up into the cage, really throwing everything he has.
I think Karl Wareham was caught with something there. It looked a little bit like he was struggling.
Yeah, he walked onto a straight left, I believe. Ben Dennis, he just shook it off like it was nothing. Just like he's shaking off these leg kicks that have just purpled his leg. Serious bruising there, and he's still stalking forward on it, trying to get that finish from Ben Dennis, but does he have the power to be able to transfer to that forward leg and get the apex of the punch to knock him out? Because that's really what our man Karl Wareham has got to be looking for. Ben Dennis.
I think Ben Dennis hurt his own leg throwing that kick. He winced as he threw the kick. And it landed a bit of shin on shin. Definitely hit a nerve. Karl Wareham is actually doing quite well at the end of this third and final round, but we want to see who wants it. We want to see who's going to put their stamp on this last round.
Yes, can somebody counter? Can somebody do something, though? Put a definitive exclamation mark on the end of this fight. We've got some really awesome... we get a timeout for a groin shot, unfortunately.
And sad that Ben Dennis made this mistake, because Karl Wareham's the more tired fighter, and he gets a bit of a time now. If I was in the corner, I'd be telling him to take the full 5 minutes and get some gas for the last minute, because he's got to try and finish him.
Yeah, we've got very little time left. Very little time indeed, with the timeout being pulled and Karl Wareham's coming back in. No time at all left for this fight. Who can make it happen? Who can pull it out?
Karl has definitely got the crowd on his side, but I think Ben has just been more dominant. Oh, great right hook.
He's wobbling. The head of Karl Wareham is Ben Dennis.
We still might get a finish. Ben's still landing big shots. So's Carl. I saw Carl
Neither of them seem to have the power to finish this at the moment, though. Throwing punches and bunches, kicks. It's just a great MMA show, and now he's got him backed up against the fence. Can he keep doing it? Can he throw something that'll connect?
Both fighters.
All questions right now, and good check there from Karl Wareham. He should need to be doing that a little bit earlier in the fight, but his leg is just battered to the point of not functioning.
Oh my God, we're seeing these guys really try and finish it, really try and put the other opponent away. Karl Wareham still stalking forward, still got a lot of fight in him, still throwing those kicks.
Does he ever? He's still going 1-2 over the top there, and the 10-second warning comes. They touch gloves.
Let's see him throw. Will Karl try and throw something in the last 10 seconds? Or will Ben try and finish? I think they both
just completely spent. They gave it all in those 12 minutes.
Wow.
An excellent fight.
Wow. I got such respect for the guys. An amazing performance. They left every part of them in that cage. You got to respect these guys so much. Awesome job representing Battle Arena.
Did they ever? What a fight. What a fight. There'll be a new champion crowned. And either way, both of them go home as utter champions. Just an excellent performance from both fighters here today. Leaving it all in the cage there for the fans. Both here and at home. You watching over there on GFL. Go Fight Live.
Handing out that crisp, new, big gold belt. We'll see, they've both got big crowds here, big shout outs for support. We'll see if the crowd likes the decision. We could have some bit of shouting. I think security's going to work.
Oh, they really are. Maybe there's going to be an upset decision. You never know.
I think
security in position. People about to kick off. They probably should have saved this for the main event.
Whichever way this decision goes, both fighters are champions. It's
definitely champions of heart. Really excellent displays of ability, throwing techniques. Really, you kids at home that are wanting to know what to do when you're fighting, just throw something.
And if a child wants to fight, maybe show them this fight and it might make them change their mind. There's a lot of damage.
Show them the aftermath. Karl Wareham's not going to be walking tomorrow.
But you saw the camaraderie. Both guys, little hug between rounds, touching gloves. Even the last 10 seconds, I think, was kind of a mutual respect of not trying to finish each other.
Presenting the title bout is Mark from VikingWarriorNutrition.co.uk. Go check them out. So after 3 great rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard. And we have a unanimous decision for your winner in the blue corner, Benjamin Dennis.
I scored the fight the same way.
Please make some noise for your runner-up, Karl Wareham.
Huge cheer for Karl. So much heart, so close.
What a great fight, guys. Great fight. Ben, come and have a chat, buddy. How you feeling after that?
Tired, but real good, real good. He's a great competitor, a good opponent. So, and it's my last ever fight, so to go out on a win.
It was a tough fight to go out on, but how's retirement looking now?
Really good, really good. I'd just like to say, I just want to dedicate this fight to one of my good friends, Ben. He just lost his mum a few weeks ago. Just want to dedicate it to them, him and his family. I wish him the best. And yeah, and to my coach, Christian, who's helped me through 10, 11 years. It's all for him, it's all for the team, the family. Paul Morley, he's helped me every morning. Russ Ward, my Uncle Owen, Dave, all the boys at Tap or Snap. And for Leroy Wheeler, I ain't surprised, motherfucker!
Ben, congratulations, our new British welterweight champion.
An incredible performance there from Ben, representing Tap or Snap. And so humble in victory. It's really nice to see. Respectful of his opponent, thanking his coaches, really sharing the love.
And dedicating it to a friend, of course, who had lost a loved one And that's what this is all about. It's the loved ones, it's the people around you that are able to give you
Ladies
that strength and
make
power
some
to be
more
able to
noise
go
for
in
these
there and
two
fight.
great guys. Benjamin Dennis and Karl Wareham.
All right, one more fight, guys. One more
Oh,
fight.
but if we save the best till last, we have got a European title fight. This is at 70 kilos. We are seeing the fighter from Norway versus the fighter from England. This is going to be for the European title.
Rory Foster is a staple here on Battle Arena cards. Is going to be fighting Abdi Farah of Trondheim.
And
MMA.
Trondheim has had a few fighters on this card, and they have been absolutely smashing it.
Awesome fighters all around. Here we go for the